Good morning. Happy Monday. Boy, do I have an article to read you. It's going to be hard to read though because it has that word in it. You know, that word that we don't like. So I'm going to call it something else. Okay? True story. Actual true story. It's titled, I have two vajayjays. One for my husband and one for my career. Double her pleasure, double her fun. A woman born with two vajayjays has embraced her rare condition and has become a popular content creator on OnlyFans, saying she uses one of her organs for work and the other for play. Evelyn Miller, 31, was first diagnosed with uterus didelphus in 2011 after a gynecologist noticed a physical irregularity during an examination at the Women and Children's Hospital in Adelaide, Australia. Miller's condition, wait a minute, she was 31 and just found that out? Miller's condition, which affects about 1 in every 2,000 women, according to Scientific American, means she has a double uterus, 2 sets of ovaries, and 2 vajayjays. How did she not know that? As a teenager, the Australian said she noticed something was wrong with her nether region because her boyfriends kept hitting a wall when they tried to have for the first time. What was that? I avoided for so long after that. She explained in an interview with Southwest News Service. Guys didn't know what they were doing and they just ended up slamming their against my urethra. That had to be very painful. I felt so much anxiety around. She continued, I only lived with my dad at the time, so I didn't have anyone I could ask to and ask privately. Google was out of the question. I lived on a remote farm and we literally only had dial-up, so I couldn't just look my symptoms up on the internet. After the 2011 diagnosis, Miller slowly started to accept her condition and later met her now husband, Tom. I thought his name was going to be Bob. She said she didn't publicly share that she had uterus didelphus until she started her OnlyFans account in 2018 with the support of her spouse. OnlyFans has helped me to finally embrace my condition, the blonde enthused, creating content and having people complexly fascinated by my condition is really great. I was always curious about and sometimes, work. I missed a word. And sometimes other men are involved too, Miller declared. It doesn't feel like cheating, really. I've got one vajayjay for work and another for play. The content creator currently makes an incredible $1,480 a week via the subscription site, saying the raunchy venture has massively paid off. So she makes $1,480 a week for her OnlyFans. That just means people are paying to follow her. And she's making that much a week. Plus probably what she's making on top of that. People are really curious, she explained. They love the fact that I have two vajayjays. It might sound bad to say, but that can feel incredibly validating. Miller claimed OnlyFans has also given her a platform to raise awareness about uterus didelphus. I get so many women messaging me who have had the worst time with it. Some are completely unable to have children, which is heartbreaking. Fortunately for Miller, she was able to conceive in her right uterus. She now has 2 children, Andrew, 20 months, and Georgia, 8 months. There was also a risk I could be pregnant with 2 babies at the same time. The mom of 2 explained, when I was pregnant with 1, we'd still have to use condoms if we wanted to have in the other vajayjay. There were also complications after I gave birth. Both of my babies were born very small and needed to spend months in intensive care. Thankfully, they're both happy and healthy now. Finally, feeling confident and content, Miller has no plans to stop sharing content on OnlyFans and wants to continue breaking down the stigma surrounding her condition. I'm so lucky to have this platform. I'd encourage any young women to get checked out if they feel something is not right. I don't even know what to say with that, but I just don't know. So that means instead of 3 holes, she has 4 holes, which a lot of men don't realize. At least the one that I was listening to, he didn't realize that women have a 3rd hole. Yeah, that's how we go pee-pee. It's not at the same location of the baby chute. It's not at the same location at all. It's at the top. It's at the top of the holes. So I guess she has 4 holes. I mean, she would have to have 4 holes. If one is for work and one is for play, that is... I'm without words to finish this. So, one person writes, the question I have is 1 in 2,000? So literally there are millions upon millions of women with this, and I have never heard of it in 73 years. And I have family and friends in the medical field. Someone else says, I didn't think the stat seemed right. I agree that that's enough women for people to have heard of this. Were it 1 in 2,000, there'd probably be clubs and group vacations, including cruises exclusively for women with the condition. Regardless, best wishes. Apparently, I'm being lambasted by people who can't read. My friends and family are in the medical field. OB-GYN, OB-GYN, and it has never been mentioned by anyone. It is shocking you would be attacked for a simple statement of my own experience. Come on, honey. You're going to be attacked for anything on the internet. Am I right? I mean, you can't even say, God bless you, if someone sneezes, that you're not attacked, okay? And the part about the OB-GYN, I worked with a man named Bobby. He was a deputy, and he had to take a female to the OB-GYN clinic. And that's what he said when he rolled up and parked in front of the clinic. He said, whatever his number was, so I'll be code 5 at the OB-GYN clinic. I don't know why I had to do that like I was talking on a mic, but yeah, he was code 5 at the OB-GYN clinic. So next time you go to the OB-GYN clinic, you remember that. OB-GYN, OB-GYN. Yeah, I'm going to go to work now. I've already walked Penny. She had to go walk very early, and my bag of, my little container that holds my poop bags, the bottom came off, and all my poop bags went rolling down the road, like unrolled. And so I had to stand out there and roll them all up and get them back in the container. And she was done so quick, I didn't even get to start a morning video. So maybe this afternoon's video can be done outside, but yeah. So what y'all think about this person? Y'all have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which will probably be this afternoon. Toodles, my noodles, and stay silly. Hello, it's me and my friend here. All I'm doing is eating up my lunch. My lunch. You've had food. Yes, you have. Penny's outside. Well, she was barking. I don't know what she's doing now. I'm just trying to fix some lunch, that's all. But I figured I'd go ahead and start on part 2. So, I don't know if I've told y'all this before, but I came from a family of pranksters, you know, funny people. So, it always blows my mind when people think that someone is being mean because they're picking at you or pulling a prank or whatever, because that's just kind of the way I grew up, you know? For instance, I asked my dad the other day, I said, do you remember telling me to pick up my feet when we went over a bridge? And he said, no. I said, you would tell me as we were driving down the road going to U Harley, we would drive over that bridge, over the river, and you would tell me to pick up my feet because something was going to grab my feet and pull me into the water. And he started laughing. He said, sounds like something I'd say. I think that's why I don't know, I prefer to be funny and silly and things, because that's just kind of how I was raised. I said, do you remember when we were going to the beach and we drove past a big swampy area? And he said, there's the ocean, we'll be there soon. And I remember looking out the window at the ocean going, well, at the marsh. And I was like, that's not at all the way I pictured that. Because I was, I don't know, 8 the first time we went to the beach. And you know, no internet. I didn't know what the beach looked like. But I was kind of disappointed. Then, of course, my mom started laughing. And I knew then that that wasn't the beach. But, yeah, for a few seconds, I was like, I don't think I want to go there. If you don't hush up, cat. Ugh. Anyway, that's how I was raised, yeah. And he used to tell us if we ate the watermelon seeds, we would get pregnant and grow a baby watermelon in our bellies. So when I started putting on weight in 3rd grade, I thought I was pregnant with a watermelon. Okay? I did. I thought, well, gosh, this is it. I have swallowed a seed, and now I am pregnant with a watermelon baby. And then they would tell all of us, if you swallow a tea leaf, it will deceased you. It's a wonder that any of us are normal, but it was fun. I'll be back. Hi. The Divine Miss Penn and I came out to run some errands for the office. So I dropped off some fudge that I bought the other day at Dallas Market. Brownie fudge and espresso fudge. That espresso fudge is amazing. So the 2 guys were here. Well, the owner. It's not like it's just a guy. The owner was here and one of the project managers. So I cut them off, you know, brownie points. Pun intended. I cut them off each a little slice of the brownie fudge and the espresso fudge. Also, I had to give the owner his reimbursement check. So now I'm going to the post office. But Penny was oh so excited to get to go into the office. And so she ran up to the owner, whose name is Josh. His name isn't owner. She ran up to Josh and he put his hand down and he said, come here. And I said, well, she might bite. And he said, she ain't gonna bite me. And she kept smelling of his fingers. And he said, come here and let me pet you. And about that time, she took a step back and started barking at him. I said, well, I mean, she didn't bite, so that is a step in the right direction. My purse turned over again. Ugh. Now I gotta run in the post office. And I do not leave her in the car when I run in the post office. I pick her up and we run in and drop the mail, and then I run back out. I was about to say, are there no parking spaces? Why is everybody at the post office? Is there a sale going on at the post office? Yeah, we're gonna run in and drop the mail because, you know, there's no more outside postal boxes because of thieves. Thank you, thieves. Ugh, I'll be back. Okay, this lady stopped and she said, oh my gosh, she's so cute. About that time, Penny. I said, we're trying to socialize. It's not working so well. She does not like for strangers to be near her mother, okay? She's very protective of her mother, okay? Her's the goodest girl in the whole wide world. Yeah, I told my boss, I said, I'm taking the Divine Miss Penn for a ride to the post office and by the office to deliver the check. Honestly, there goes my purse again. I needed to hook the handle to my gear thing. What was I talking about? Probably nothing. Okay, so back to the beach. We did finally make it to Daytona Beach. And the summer, I believe it was 1976, is when Jaws came out. And we went to Daytona Beach like right after we saw that movie. Well, I am a water baby. I love being in the water. And you can't keep me out of the ocean, okay? You can't. I mean, I don't want to go, you know, way back in the ocean, but I just love going and getting in the ocean and riding on the little waves, you know, and all that good stuff. It was great. Well, except for that year, I was terrified that a Jaws was gonna get me. And that same trip, they announced on the you know, the thing for everybody to get out of the water that a shark had been spotted. We all made it to shore safely, except for one woman. Now this one woman, she didn't die, thank God, but she was sitting on that I can't think of the name of. I'll think of it at 2 o'clock in the morning, but right now it won't come to me. I mean, it's like right there on the, it's where it goes real deep and then it gets real shallow and then it goes real deep again. Anyway, she was sitting on that and the shark bit her in the bottom. Yes, of course we didn't know that when we were rushing to get out. We just knew that there was a shark close. A shark had been spotted. Well, we didn't have anything else to do because what fun is the beach if you're not going to get in the water, am I right? So, I mean, it gets too hot, especially in July in Daytona Beach. So we all went in and got our showers and changed and whatever, blah, blah. And we went to one of the 8,000 gift shops that all have the same thing. And when we were in there, it was a double-decker gift shop. I thought it was so cool because it was a double-decker. Anyway, they announced over the radio that a woman at Daytona Beach, and they named the area, which is where we were, Pirates Cove area, I think. Anyway, she had been bitten in the bottom, but was expected to recover. Now, I don't know if he bit her butt off or if he just bit her butt, but she got bit in the bottom. What a story, right? Oh, I'm glad we weren't bit in the bottoms or anywhere else for that matter. But yeah, I remember my dad just screaming, swim, swim, as everybody was rushing to get out of the ocean. So thank God I was a strong swimmer. Am I right? Well, anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember that I love you.
Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which, good Lord willing, will be tomorrow. Toodles, my noodles, and stay silly, my friends.